prisoner suddenly heard strange noises coming from his cell. He crouched down to listen carefully. To his surprise, the ground began to bulge upward. The prisoner jumped back, staring at the ground in disbelief. Soon, the stone slabs cracked apart. Strange creatures began to emerge. The prisoner was terrified and at a loss for what to do. The creature that emerged turned its head. It was an elderly man with a head full of white hair. It turned out he was also a prisoner here and had been digging a tunnel for 5 years, planning an escape. However, he had accidentally dug in the wrong direction. But instead of being angry, the old man approached Mark to comfort him and even asked for his help to see the sunlight again. Once Mark calmed down, the old man invited him to his cell. It was much larger than Mark's cell, with some furniture and many books. The old man then invited Mark to join his escape team. If they changed direction and kept digging, they could escape in just a few years. At first, Mark thought it was impossible and refused to join, but the old man promised to teach him everything he knew. Upon hearing this, Mark agreed immediately. The prison window opened twice a day, once in the morning to collect garbage and once at night to deliver food. During the rest of the time, they could dig the tunnel freely. The old man used a knife to cut off a small strand of his hair, then used a stone to light it. Finally, he lit a homemade candle, crawled into the tunnel, and began digging. During their free time, he also taught Mark various skills. The only thing they had to be careful about was making sure the 2 points were correct, placing the tray at the window of the cell door. As long as the tray was in place, no one would look inside. This way, Mark not only learned a lot of knowledge, but also picked up martial arts skills. As they dug deeper, the old man finally made a new discovery one day. He carefully crawled forward and discovered that the dirt was made of plant roots. This meant they were very close to the surface. Both of them were thrilled. Mark quickly returned to get better tools, but unexpectedly, the tunnel began to collapse. He rushed to warn the old man to leave, but it was too late. The old man was buried under the falling rocks. Mark rescued him from the tunnel, but the old man was already dying, his lungs severely damaged. He knew his time was short and told Mark his secret. Under the books, there was a stone slab with a treasure map. He hoped Mark would go out and find the treasure, doing good deeds along the way. Mark didn't have time to mourn because footsteps were heard outside. He quickly hid in the corner. The guard came to deliver the food but couldn't find the tray on the floor. He kicked the door but got no response. When he crouched down to look, he realized something was wrong, so he hurried back to get help. During this time, Mark quickly covered the tunnel entrance, then hid in the passage. The guards discovered the old man's death and put his body in a bag to carry it away. After tying it with a rope, they went to notify the warden. Mark used this time to bid the old man a final farewell. Suddenly, he had a bold idea.